My name is Brandon Campbell. I'm technically the account representative for major counties on the West Coast, everything post law enforcement, prosecutor, defense, courts. Okay, so the main purpose of today is walk through a quick training. It will be quick. It's pretty self-explanatory on what we call brief one, which is the first iteration to an AI focused, quicker and more efficient evidence review for your cases. We'll show you what is active now. This has been turned on in your main instance as of about 15 minutes ago. So we will, throughout the training, talk about how new cases coming in will look, how to activate this on older cases. But from there, Cal, do you want to take over?
Sure. Yeah. And let me share
Thank
my
you.
screen here. All right. You should all be able to see my screen at this point.
We can.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to start off and go to our flat table view for our evidence. We're inside of a case here. Within our case structure, I wanted to call your attention to this first column here. This is an AI generated summary on this file, but we'll come back to it in a few minutes and talk a little bit about how we got there, right? So as you're reviewing your files that are coming in on your cases, over here on the right-hand side, which you'll start to see on your new cases that are coming in, again, like Brandon mentioned, turned on about 20 minutes ago. So here on the right-hand side, you will start to see an AI-generated summary about your video. What is this actual stop or this video about? But to see a little bit more in line of just a contextual view of our transcript here. So this AI summary is tied to the actual transcript itself, right? So the current iteration of our Brief One AI product is that we're going to go through here and we can all watch a 43-minute long video. We can all read the transcript in about 7 or 8 minutes. Though here we're going to give you 100 words or less summary as to what this file is about. Allows us to just take more actionable steps with our data, understand what is there. Again, 43 minutes long, I can quickly digest what this video is about. It's involving a driver who's being investigated for DUI, and we want to take a look at some additional details here, right? So after we read through this summary and we want to take it to the next step and say, hey, okay, cool. Let's take a look at some of the key moments, right? So right below our timeline here, we have our suggested moments. So we have some AI generated markers along this timeline that are showcasing moments that we think you should focus on first, right? So here we have our clips and markers and then our key moments. So here we're going to call out important items, right? So scenario-based moments here. So location was mentioned. A gentleman was talking about having dinner at Beef O'Brady's, and then they requested to see his identification, consent to search the vehicle search. He was Mirandized, those field sobriety tests. So if I want to come here, quickly jump into those field sobriety tests, I can click into that moment here. It'll show more. We can read through what's happening here. So it's helping you bring to the forefront more insights into your actual evidence as you're performing your review, as these files do come in to you. So coming through here, we can click in and play that back. I do want to call your attention here real quick to consent to search vehicle, right? So given that this is AI, the AI is actually intelligent enough to analyze the contents of this file and present to you what appears to be the consent to search the vehicle. Now I'll hit play, and as I hit play, you'll notice that at no point does the officer say, I'd like to request consent to search your vehicle. It's more of the informal, can I look inside your car?
Okay. All right. Do you care? Do you care if I take a look inside your car? Like, do you care if I just look real quick? Is that
No.
So you'll see that it doesn't have to actually have the words consent to search. It's you using that AI analysis to go through and saying, hey, we're going to categorize this interaction as a consent to search this gentleman's vehicle, right? So the AI is going to call to your attention just these key moments. So that same AI generated summary that we were just talking about up top here, this summary here is what we saw visible in that column view, right? So as we back out into our list of evidence on this case, we have this AI generated summary also visible here for us. We can hover over any of those summaries to read it before we even open it up, right? So is this a knock and talk or is there something probative to our case here, right? So being able to read through these 100-word summaries and then opening up our files to take actionable steps here, or going to our gallery view and seeing those same thumbnails and reading the same transcript here. Now, as you interact with other files and you want to focus on some other key moments, so here is another video. We can click into our 12 key moments here, and we're going to showcase those 12 distinct key moments within this video file here for you. Allows you to click into any of those moments and jump to that relevant portion of that audio or video file. Now, you can also go up top here and toggle on the key moments filter, and this is going to build out a timeline. So the date and time that first officer arrived on scene, any key moments that have unfolded as additional officers have joined up into this event, right? So giving you more of a global view as to what's happening across multiple different videos or multiple officers that do arrive here. So to categorize and document it based on date and time, allowing you to get a global view as to what is your entire case about. So I do want to pause there, see if there are any questions kind of on where we're at today.
Cal, I don't see any questions, but can you go back to the table view and just show how to put that column in there and just kind of walk through
Sure. Yeah.
just where all the UI, all the AI within the UI is located.
Sure.
Just one more time.
Yep. So the summary column that I do have turned on here is visible from our table settings option here on the right-hand side, and it is that transcript summary option here. So once you do toggle that on individually in your sites, you can reorder your columns around and say, hey, I want my summary to be up front. So I can click on there, and then I have my actual summary visible here as a column view. Again, viewable here in gallery view, if that's a little bit more in line with your review experience. But as you do jump into your file, you'll see that summary under the overview tab here. So here is that transcript summary. We'll also find it within the actual transcript itself. So we can either open up our transcript from this shortcut here. We have our shortcut here on the right-hand side, or clicking down or drop down into our transcript. We have that same AI summary here for us.
In the moments from here.
And then the key moments are our markers and clips. And then we have our moments pill up top here.
So just to add a little context, right now this is based on the summaries are based on the transcript, as well as the moments are really pulled from that transcript as well. So that's a long way of saying this is all audio based on what we're bringing to the forefront of the user interface for AI, or for the fast evidence review around this, and more efficient evidence review. Within the next month or so, we will be releasing documents and photos. So you will have document and photo support shortly for this. So think summarization of documents, summarization of photos, key moments within that, etc. Now, summarization of photos, exactly what it sounds like. Two kids playing baseball. It's going to summarize it as two kids playing baseball. Why is that important? End of this quarter, late March, we will be releasing the searching capabilities. So you will have additional file type support from audio-based to then documents and photos. And quickly after, let's say probably April, I'll give myself May, we will be adding non-audio videos. So think surveillance. So we'll be summarizing all those surveillance videos, or just non-audio videos, whatever they may be. Why that is important is it allows us to search across all the additional file types in your case. So what Cal has brought up is, a prototype of a case to show what the searching capability will look like. Right now, we are summarizing, we are bringing key moments that we think are important. Really what it comes down to is, don't have to tell this group, but the amount of digital evidence that's in your cases, you know better than we do what you're looking for and what you need. And we wanted to give you that ability. So one, we need to get the additional file type supported, but two, also create that search to allow the end user to search exactly what they are looking for within that case. So Cal, again, this prototype set to be released as part of this in the next month and a half or so. But this will give you a better idea of the searching capabilities.
Yep. So our goal here is more of a semantic search experience, so not tied to just those key moments that we defined, those, I think 17, Brennan, is it? Key moments that we had defined for you,
And
but
it's like 21. Yep.
21, but allowing you to really type in your own custom search term, right? Because you've got a case with 19 files, not a big deal. You can review 19 files fairly quickly, but you've got 1900 files here to then go through and find what you're looking for is kind of our goal here. So allowing you to look for broad search terms, like I'm looking for the word jewelry. Well, here I've got an incident report, and we've got the mention of the word jewelry several times across this PDF document. Here we've got a photo of jewelry within a crime scene photo captured, right? So being able to actually depict and analyze what's happening inside of your files here, your audio files, your documents, your photos that you have within here, looking for a black Nike backpack or a red Honda Accord, looking for gun, right? Not only bringing up the actual occurrences that are spoken audio or from documents, but also showcasing for you what's inside of your actual files. Are we matching content based on likeness or patterns that we're detecting within those files? So being able to actually go through there and analyze and interact with your files more naturally, right? You go into any search browser, any browser search tool and look for something, you're expecting it to showcase those items for you in more of a broader search, not just a, hey, here's the title of the file and good luck if this is Axon body 4, right? So actually being able to find content within that file itself. So that is kind of where we're headed, allowing you to quickly look for things, blood splatter or spatter, again, red Honda Accord, really bringing all those elements to the forefront. You know that there's mention of it. Well, let's bring all those files up for you so you can interact with them more effectively.
Yep. Just think of it as a true search capability within your case, essentially across all supported file types. If you go back to, go ahead, Cal, sir.
So what's coming next is once we're able to incorporate in these additional file types, right? These photos, these non-audio videos, these documents, then giving you an aggregate summary, right? So what is your case about? So you saw that 100 words or less summary on those individual evidence files, right? But now we're going to give you a 250 to 300 word summary. So what is your entire case about? So 19 files, 1900 files, whatever it is, being able to give you a global summary across all of your files, allowing you to interact with them, allowing you to select a subset of files to then perform that review and brief tool on, right? So if I don't want to select all 19, but rather just 9 files, giving me the ability to run a custom brief based on my selection. Finally, following up to that as a close follow-up, is the ability to group like evidence files together, right? So leveraging AI to analyze, hey, we've got 45 files in this case, and 12 of them are very similar. In fact, we'll give you a similarity score and show you that we had a 98% likeness across all of these files. Well, not only will we show you what's similar, we'll also showcase for you what's different across that selected subset of files, right? So what are the key differences between my selected filter of files there, right? So understanding what is important. Again, you don't want to watch the same video from 7 different angles, right? Being able to understand what's different in them. Did one of those officers or deputies step away to go interact with someone else, go back to their vehicle, really understanding what's different there. So this is, again, what's coming is the semantic search experience, but what you do have today is, again, audio-based analysis, right? So any spoken audio giving you that 100 words or less summary, providing you these key moments across your files, being able to see it in a flat table view as a column, and also being able to create that either that thumbnail or column view, and then create that timeline. So this is what is available to you today. Now, for any files that you received yesterday or even before this past half hour, you will not have the AI summary enabled. Whether it be for all incoming new files will automatically process. But what you can do is you can go into any of your cases, select your files, come here to our actions button, generate AI summaries. So within a few minutes of clicking that generate AI summaries button, you will then have that summary column start to populate. If you do enable that column, you'll also be able to see those key moments and view it in that gallery or timeline view.
Can you just show that one more time, Cal? Because that is going to be important just from, I mean, 25 minutes ago, et cetera. So,
Sure. So as you do come into one of your older cases, again, pre 25 minutes, you'll come through here, select either all of your files or a subset of your files, click into your actions toolbar at the bottom and generate AI summaries. This is what will enable those AI elements, that 100 words or less summary within your review mode of your transcript, providing you the column view here, allowing you to see the gallery, the thumbnail along with that summary, and of course those timelines.
And the reason we brought up the search is depending on the release for early access, that may be active towards the end of the trial. So we just want to bring that up in case that does become active, because it is set to release relatively shortly. The last, what we also turned on and wanted to bring your attention to is translation. So I'll let Cal kind of show this and how to access those translation tools.
Sure. So what you do have in your system is multilingual transcription, right? So here is a Spanish and English, just a Zoom docket I pulled off of YouTube, but here I do have that Spanish and English component available here to us. We can read through that, and if we understand Spanish, great. But if it's a foreign language which we don't understand, we can come up here to our translation button at the very top. The target language is set to English. Our input language is set to Spanish. And here's a list of all of the languages that we currently do support.
It's about 60, 67, something like that.
Something like that, yep. So once you do have your input and your target set, you can translate. You can even go from English to Spanish. So if your victim, your witness doesn't speak the English language and they will want to understand what's inside of that file, you can even do the inverse of this. It'll then take all of the English components and translate them to Spanish or whatever other language is supported here. Clicking on translate will give us that quick translation. So we now have the ability to read through this, understand what's happening within this file. You can toggle on or off that translation to revert back to that transcribed foreign language. So being able to toggle that on or off, being able to download out that translation. So you can download this translation out as a Word document. So you now have that translation as a Word that you can convert to a PDF if you want to send it to either your victim, your witness on your case, or you can go through and remove that translation entirely.